Hi, welcome back to
The table.
today. We're gonna go through our yearly Halloween stack of games. It's gonna be similar to the previous year with an addition of a few more. We don't acquire many Halloween type games, and here we go. We're gonna start with the one that we've been playing since she's been about
This tall.
very small. It is called.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
It's a game that you're not gonna find at game stores. You're gonna find at big box department stores, places where you would not think games will be. You'll find this one and some other very easy games. This one is a spin and move where we're spinning. We're moving around the neighborhood. First, we gotta get our costume, and then we're gonna be going around collecting
Candy.
And along the way, we're gonna be taking each other's candy away. You can get rocks.
I got a rock.
And as soon as you have a certain amount of candy, which one is it? How many? 5, I think. As soon as you have a certain amount of candy, we haven't played in over a year, you'll be able to just go to the center of the board, and the first player there wins. It's a real simple game. One we still pull out every so often. Right now, it's pretty much going on the stack for the next generation of kids, and we'll be pulling this out and starting playing this one. This is one of the first games she started playing many years back, and so we got hooked. So like this one, still like this one. Next one we're gonna go through is one of our newest acquisitions. It is
The Snallygaster Situation.
It is a Kids on Bike board game. I don't play the Kids on Bike RPG. Never played it. Picked this one up out of Impulse at the local store. And this one is we've only played 1 or 2 monsters. One monster so far. And then this one, you're basically trying to find a hidden kid and trying to defeat the monster.
It's like Stranger Things.
It is basically Stranger Things in a box.
We played with the Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil's the one we played. Again, like she said, it is like Stranger Things in a box because as I don't want to spoil too much, but there are some characters in the game that have special powers, much like 11. I wish they would have called it that, but I understand why they can't. But just so you know, it is pretty much like that in a box. There are, I think, 4 or 4 monsters that you can play, and they ramp up in difficulty. It does have a twist to it. It is kind of weird and fun how it plays. You're trying to collect items to turn them in, to find the kid, and along the way, it does have a game master mode. So as the game master, you are the hidden kid, and you're trying to
tell everybody where you are.
Tell everybody where you're at without telling them where you're at. There's special cards you'll play, and then as soon as they kind of figure out where you're at, boom, you find it, and then you go to the second part of the game while you're take care of the monster.
We played it wrong the first time.
We play a lot of games wrong the first time.
Because you're supposed to just go through the objectives. That's
Correct.
not in order.
There are objectives. So again, it's a game master game with objectives in order 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to go through them in order.
No, you don't.
You don't have to go in order.
Because then we found you last, and then you never got to play.
Okay, so you don't play them in order. So as soon as you get an objective, you flip it, you read the story. It is a story-driven game. Again, this is the Kids on Bike, the Snallygaster Situation. Big box. Another one that I picked up, mainly because I'm a fan of the movie Alien. This one hit Target. I wish it would have hit game stores. It is
Fate of the
Nostromo. She doesn't know the movies, not yet. I'm going to wait a little longer before she can watch probably the second movie. You don't know. This one is more of a horror movie. It is a pandemic-style game. You're going around the board. You're trying to do certain objectives.
Are you going to get the cat?
There is a cat in there. So you're trying to get objectives. You're trying to stay away from the alien. The alien pops out every once in a while. It is based on the very first movie where there's only one alien. We played it just 2 or 3 times. Yes. There's a character here. She doesn't know. I'm not too hot on this one, but it is a very simple game. It is inexpensive. If you're a fan of the movies, I would pick it up. It has miniatures, plastic minis, which are very pretty and attractive for this game. They could have just added standees for the price. Again, Alien, Fate of the Nostromo. Not very expensive.
I liked it.
She liked it.
I liked the alien.
I was kind of surprised. I also have the big Aliens game over there that I could, I'll put a lot later. Another one that we highlighted last year was Scooby-Doo Betrayal at Mystery Mansion. As far as I know, there are 2 Scooby-Doo games in the hobby market right now.
We only have this one.
We had the other one. We weren't too hot on it. It was like a escape room in a box game. This one is more of a betrayal type game where you're looking through the mansion and stuff will come out as the story progresses.
I like to read the stuff.
Yes, it has. There's a lot of reading here, and you'll be turning chapters, and you'll be reading what those. You'll be progressing the story that way. It does play very weird. I know there's a few games that play like this now, where each character has a number. You're matching numbers in a book based on your character, the item you find.
It's like Chronicles of Crime.
Basically, without the cool phone and the whole VR thing. This one we do like. I do recommend you pick up this one if you have kids. And you do need quite a bit of players.
But it's not the easiest game.
It is not. We played it 2 players, so some of us have to play dual characters. But if you have a pretty big family, this one's easy. The parents will just kind of play the GM. They'll read the book. They'll read the monster. They'll move the monster around while the kids will just go ahead and do their thing. Scooby-Doo Betrayal at Mystery Mansion.
Well, we're playing it 2 players, but it's from 3 to 5.
Yeah, so you have to do double. You'd have to play 2 players out of two characters. You'd have to play. We'll switch over to another one from last year's list too. Is Fearsome Floors. It's a hard to find game. The reason we highlight it is because it is a Halloween type game. It does have like the Addams Family in here.
Oh yeah, look at goodness. Wednesday.
Correct. They don't have the Addams Family theme without having the Addams Family. It is a very simple game. You just have some characters in your family, in your group. You're going around this room.
I forgot.
And you're trying to stay away from the mummy, the Frankenstein, whatever monster you choose to play.
There's blood in it, or we painted it green.
Correct. There's some gore in it. I do steer away from a lot of that stuff, so I modify the board with slime instead of blood.
No, it's goop.
Goop. Again, if you can find it, it is not for everybody, but it's one I wanted to highlight. It's a very simple game. It could be fun for a lot of people where you're just going to stay away from the monster and you can have fun pushing other people in the monster's way. Fearsome Floors. One of our newest acquisitions is
Making
Christmas. So new, got it yesterday. It is the Nightmare Before Christmas Making Christmas game. It is a very small box. It is one of the Funko games. Last year they released a few for Christmas that we liked. This is some of the newer ones. We played this one a few times yesterday. Played it with our grandmother. It works great. Very simple game. Very quick game. It is attractive. All you're doing is making toys. You're matching 2 cards to match.
Ugly toys.
As soon as you get them to match, and one of the characters in the movie wants that toy, you collect it and you move on. It's great for little kids. They'll be able to match patterns
And swap cards.
and analyze. By swapping cards, you'll be able to you have to move cards around so the toys match up. So the kids will be able to figure out, okay, if I move this card here, it'll match up this one, but then it won't match this one. But if I move this one over, it can match up to 2 toys. So you can try to eventually match 2 toys at this time instead of 1. Again, a lot of talk for a very small game and a quick game. That is Making Christmas, one of the new Funko card games, very inexpensive.
There are no tiebreakers.
We found out there's no tiebreakers. Another one we want to highlight is Zombie Kidz Evolution. It is a legacy type game. We were hot on it for a while, but we slowed down because we felt it gets too repetitive. But I know a lot of people love this game. They get through it.
I like the stickers.
It has stickers. It's a legacy type game where you are modifying the board. You're opening special envelopes. It's got the hook. We didn't get all the way through it.
You got like 3/4.
We got about 3/4 through it. I'm sure we'll pull it back out and get through it. It is a very simple set of rules in the game. That's why I think it hits great with families. And again, it's got the legacy aspect. I highly recommend this one. Another one I want to point out is Haunted Mansion. Call of the Spirits. Again, it is a game that came out at retail stores, big box retail stores. Another one of the Funko games, one of the Prospero Hall games, which most of them don't fail. I think one of them failed so far for us, but they're all very attractive. They're inexpensive. There's a lot of bang for your buck in here as far as components and what's in this box for the price.
We got a glass ball.
We modified a lot of the games. We got a little glass ball online and put in the middle. It is very attractive game. You're basically just set collecting.
And the board spins.
Exactly. There's a twist where the board in the middle is kind of like
It's like Madame Leona.
yeah, the board moves kind of like it's supposed to be the elevator, so you don't know what room you'll be in. But highly recommend you pick this one up with kids. It's a very good looking game. Set collecting, simple set of rooms, very attractive
You're
game.
running away from the hitchhiking ghost.
There's a hitchhiking ghost in there, mini, and I think it glows in the dark.
Yeah. So does the board.
And talking about glowing in the dark, Haunted House. One of the kids' table board gaming games. None of these have failed for us. This is their Halloween that we would think it's a Halloween themed game. In this game, it's the opposite. You are the ghost. You are the haunted mansion.
Scare
The
people.
haunted house. You're trying to scare the kids inside the house. 3 different rooms. This one is a Kickstarter, I believe. I think they're
Yeah, we came with the expansion for us.
correct. I think they're selling everything now, just like this, with the glow in the dark stuff, with the expansions thrown in. The expansions in there are very good. They're very little, so you can just add them in after your second or third game. It's a very attractive game. I would recommend picking this one up if you got kids. It's a very attractive game.
It's like the easier version of Paranormal Detectives.
Oh, that's another one we forgot. Paranormal Detectives. Let me get it real quick.
Back here.
Right here. You can see it right here. Latest edition. Paranormal Detectives, another one. I think we highlighted this one last year. It is much like Mysterio. It's a social deduction game
Mysterio.
where there's another Mysterium that we've played. This one she likes better. I understand a lot of people I've conversated with online, they don't think it's good for kids because of some of the cards and themes. You're a parent, you can make up the story. It doesn't have to be the story of what happened to the ghost. You can make it up. Make it children friendly, which is what we do, and it actually works better because you can make them funny.
I like it.
She likes it because of that.
I like to be the ghost.
You can be the ghost. As the ghost, you're giving them clues with certain items in the box, and then they're trying to figure out what happened, how it happened, stuff like that. I'm gonna leave it at that. It is a very attractive game. Again, another inexpensive game, and just go ahead and be a parent. Modify the game for the ghost. Make the game funny. Paranormal Detectives. And to wrap it up, we're gonna go with the first Horrified. This is original. Pandemic style game. By now everybody's pretty much played it. Prospero Hall game. It has what's in the box. Again, great bang for the buck in all these Prospero Hall games. You get the minis. You get a very attractive game as far as pretty, colorful.
The board.
The boards. It's a pandemic style game. I'll leave it at that. Everybody should know what this one is. That's that one. And the new one that just came out, American Monsters. We played this one last night for the first time.
We played with Chupacabra and Mothman.
And Mothman. Because they weren't painted. The other ones are on my paint table, and they will all be painted by tonight. Again, the same exact game style, same colors, same quality minis, same price. This one, it just has a different twist with the American type monsters. Now, which one do you prefer? That one.
This one.
She prefers this one, and why?
I like the monsters.
The classic monsters. I figured that was gonna happen. I like this one a little better, but they played so far what we've seen, they played the same.
Just the monsters are different.
The monsters are different. This one, I think, probably picked this one up because of the classic monsters. This one just has a different type monsters. We haven't seen how every monster moves and plays, but they pretty much have the same twist on all of these.
Well, if you prefer Universal, then choose this one.
The classic
If
monster,
you prefer Americana, then choose that one.
or get both. So that is a stack of games. The one I mentioned earlier was Aliens. Another Glorious Day in the Core. It is Aliens type game like this one with minis, where you're just moving around. You're doing special missions. She hasn't played it yet, and I know she will like it now, going after this one. So that's another one I want to mention as a little bonus. And going through my stack real quick. Oh, get out the way. One I forgot.
I like that one.
Well, we'll highlight it. Get back And one that's down there, it is Ghostbusters, a board game. This is the first one. They did a second one. It is Dusty. That is for a reason. It's at the bottom.
Because nobody likes it.
Well, it was a flop on Kickstarter. I like the minis. I am a Ghostbusters fan. We're a Ghostbusters fan. We tried it once. It's fiddly. It's got a lot going on. However, for the right group, lay it out on a big table and have fun with it. It's got many missions in it. It's got the Marshmallow Man. It's got the. It's big. It's got your classic characters, the classic monsters, their expansions. The second version I also had.
Yeah, with the girls.
It played the second movie. It's got the Ecto. I mean, it is a very attractive game. So that's another one for Halloween if you can find it. Pick it up if you're a fan of these type of games. It's a Zombicide type game. That was another one we wanted to add there. The Halloween pick. Zombicide way in the corner. I have a bunch of them.
Doom, Arkham Horror, Cthulhu.
So, talking about Zombicide up there, again, it is, everybody kind of knows by now, very attractive game. You're moving minis around. It's one that we prefer. We kind of like it. You get the expansions with the Stranger Things character. Need a big table. Lay it all out. Have fun all night. It's one we recommend too. It's a very fun game. Going through here, Cthulhu Death May Die, a little bit more adult style. Arkham Horror, more adult style. That looks like it for Halloween themed games. So that was the stack of games. The ones we highlighted here, I think work for families. Some of the other ones, I'll mention Amanda's two over there. More, actually that one will work too for us too. That's another good one. It does the app-driven game. You probably know that one. So that was a stack of games for Halloween. Go ahead and please post if you have other ones down there. We always love recommendations. My wallet loves those recommendations because a lot of times they work great for us. If they don't, we put it on our giveaway stack, sales stack for somebody else that might want them. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Nope. So that was the stack of games. Happy Halloween. Take care.